Welcome back to the channel, folks. Welcome back to the channel. Bobiddle.
Hello, Ben Barber.
What is popping? Look, dude, that hat. I love the hat.
You like the new one?
Shout out to Chomp Shop. It is a good looking one. It's like shiny. It's like got that reflections going off of it. But again, that's not why we're here today, huh?
Of course not. No.
That is not. Where are we? First of all, let's get that out of the way.
In Clarksville, Tennessee, at our friends Direct Autos of Tennessee. Per usual, he's got some really cool inventory.
Another one, right?
Yeah, it's springtime. It's like sports car season.
It is sports car
season. Here's a nice one.
Their info is on the screen, and y'all check them out if you want this or other ones. They have a late 90s ZR1 in there.
Yeah.
Super rare.
It's
on their website.
Is it on the website?
It will be by the time this airs, so y'all
Probably.
check that out. This is clearly the newer version of that.
Yeah.
What year is this? What is this? Talk to us about this.
I believe this is a, 2020? They just got this in. I don't have any of the specs on it yet. We just grabbed the keys and pulled it over here.
Yeah, we did our thing. We just grabbed it.
Yeah.
Barely any knowledge, but hey, it's a C8. We've driven them. We're familiar with them.
We've tracked this vehicle.
Yeah, don't like make all these people jealous.
Well,
But hey, if you're interested in
a little bit,
yeah,
yes.
now that you mentioned that, if you're interested in tracking this, NCM Motorsports, I'm going to throw their quick website on the screen. You can hop in one of these. What is it? $300?
Yeah, and you
get
can
about
literally
15,
like
20
show
minutes.
up to the racetrack, get in one of these, and drive as hard as you really want to. I promise you, you will drive way harder
than you expect, for sure. They call them touring laps, folks, but it's not quite a tour. It's more of a rookie race.
It is.
Rookie race is what I like to call it.
It is.
So, all right. So, this has the performance pack.
Right, the Z51, I guess the only way I can really recognize it, I guess it comes with this.
The bigger wing,
big
the
wing
more
on
aggressive front. It's actually got some of the decals on the front. We'll get back to that. We always start in the trunk. The trunk, you can see, is partially open.
We had to take the T-tops off because it had this
amazing
red
leather. And again, we'll get to that here shortly too, but let's start where we normally start, which is in the trunk.
Well, let's take a look. We got the key here.
Oh yeah.
It's a nice key. So you got two buttons to pop the trunk, and then what do you call it? The frunk?
The frunk. Oh yeah, that's right. It's got a frunk. Cool.
And we got remote start. So I guess we locked the door.
Well, let's look in the trunk first before we do it.
Well, yeah, let's,
getting ahead of yourself, Bo. It'll slow it down. Slow it down.
Well,
so again, the trunk is open. We have the T-top in there. It is the glass T-top. You can get a carbon fiber one. You can get you can get a painted one, or you can get this one, which is kind of a blue tinted glass, which is really nice. Now back here in the trunk is also the engine.
You know, we've seen a few of these, but I don't think I've seen one that had that color cover.
The color cover, yeah. It's on the. It's an option, and it's not only there, but it's also down here on the valve covers.
I can see
that's the intake manifold hanging on top. Really cool color combo. Now they also offer a carbon package for all this stuff. This one is not that, but I do like the look of that red, specifically because it matches the seats on the inside, which is really cool. And that's probably why they did
pretty,
it.
Ben Barber.
And it looks good. All right, now you can go ahead and do your remote starting. It looks like, let's just leave that up so we can get the full look of this thing.
The full experience?
The full experience, yeah.
Let me put on my cool guy glasses.
So you got to lock it and then hold it for a while.
2 times, it says.
Some lights flashing.
I wonder if it's because, like...
Maybe it's because the hood's open, or the roof, or whatever you want, the trunk.
Well, let's just get in and press buttons, man.
Okay. He's going to go in there, and he's going to press the buttons. This is what happens to us from time to time. Oh. That sounds like it has... Sounds like it's got the performance exhaust box checked as well.
Does it? I was looking to see if there was, I can't remember if there was like a sport button.
There is a sport button somewhere, but it's amongst it's amongst the screen, which is going to be controlled by that dongle or that little keypad there thingy. Or
all right, let's go to the home.
Pretty much, we just want to put it into race mode. This thing is what I was saying. That little knob is what controls the race mode, or I think it does. I guess.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, there it goes. So you can see it switches through. The screens do change. It's kind of getting glared out here a little bit, but a little bit of experience of the process. anyway, just give her a couple blips and then we'll make our way into that interior so everybody can really get a hold of it.
All right, let's see here. We get going to the different mode. There's weather.
So, yeah. So honestly, it sounds just like a Corvette should sound.
There's a touring mode, sport mode. We'll see what that sounds like.
It's the exact same.
All right. Track mode. That's where we want. Let's see.
Well, I think with the performance exhaust, it just comes.
Same?
It's just one all the way through. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't sound any different
No.
there. Okay.
I think the performance exhaust is just that. It is the good sounding exhaust. And again, I'm not sure if it has it, but it does sound good either way.
I was trying, Ben.
He did his best to figure it out. All right, so before we go into the inside, we're going to check out the frunk. If Bo Biddle will join me out here with that button.
Press it 2 times.
And again, there's a fair amount of room in the back, enough for a couple bags. This is more of a smaller, not a ton of room, but there is a fair amount of room in there. I guess probably a couple backpacks.
That's about it.
So you could, with the front and the rear, you could definitely do a nice cross-country trip in this thing without any crazy issues, as long as you're not one of those overpackers, which, you know, some of them females like to overpack. All right, so to the inside, the beautiful red leather seats. It does have this nice stereo as well. Seats are, you can see, kind of housed in this like kind of a cocoon, but there is plenty of room in there, and
they're heated and cooled, perforated. The side bolstering is really nice here. They work really well, especially if you're slinging the car around.
What we're focusing on here on the camera here is where you throw your phone to wireless charge, which is a cool spot.
There. I like it.
The waterfall of buttons, I'm not a huge fan of. In the C7, they had the controls over here for your heated and cooled seats and stuff. I liked it being over here, but hey, they put them all here. Again, both seats are heated and cooled, which makes for a nice experience. And then it does, as you can see,
you've got a heated steering wheel also.
Oh, that's nice.
And this is different. You know, we've grown accustomed to the flat bottom steering wheels on a lot of sports cars, but I don't know of another sports car that gives you a flat top. I'm sure there is a reason and some theory behind why they did that, Ben. I'm sure there is a Corvette guy out there in the comment section that will be happy to tell us why.
And if there isn't a reason, there it is. It is what it is, as they say. Do you mind hopping in there and so that I can see these screens again a little bit better from a different angle? Do like the fact that it's got kind of the driver-centric screen. Driver-centric screen is right here on the right, and then the one is you all saw him manipulating earlier on the left.
Right. And
here is the knobs.
And that's you may or may not have been able to see when you go into your different modes.
Here, take this and show them.
So when you go to the different modes, as you can see, we're now in track mode. It kind of changes your screen a little bit, gives you.
And hit the rev so they can see what it does there. As it climbs sideways, pretty cool.
It climbs up there. It also gives you all your tire pressures and temps, relevant temperatures. All right, let's see. You know what I'm noticing, like, so you can only go on this knob. It just doesn't keep turning once you
can only go one way.
Then you got to come all the way back. Okay.
Okay.
There's your touring. I guess my mode, which is like probably a custom setting, and then you got your weather mode. But anyway, that's all controlled. Looks like with this here, you can probably do it somewhere up here. I don't really know. I haven't spent much time on that yet. But and one thing to note here is interesting when your drive select modes, they kind of look like they're buttons here, but in order to engage your neutral, reverse, or whatever, you pull it up here. It's kind of interesting.
Definitely some different kind of buttons activity there, huh?
Neutral is a button here, it looks like, and then you've got your manual button here. also. So anyway, back to you, Ben.
So I'm sure y'all have seen plenty about these, so we're not going to beat you up too long about it. This is unique to this one. I haven't seen these stripes before. I do like it though. Like overall, I think we're pretty big fans of the C8. They do drive well. So
it's really hard to look in, experience this car and think about like, oh, it's a Corvette.
Right.
It doesn't look or feel anything like a Corvette.
All the people that I've put these cars in front of that don't know cars very well, their immediate response is, that looks like a Ferrari, you know, which is kind of what folks think of these things. So, which is kind of good. You know, whether it's a Ferrari or not, like it is bumping up against supercars. And as the ZR1 and Z06 models come out, we're really going to see what they got up their sleeves with it. So that's all we got for today. If y'all are interested in this ride or one like it, go to our friends Direct Autos of Tennessee. Their info is on the screen. I guess for my man Bo Biddle, I am Ben Barber. We will see you guys in the next video.